aloha ia no o ka hakuloa e I ka ua kaulana ua nihi na pali pehea la ho'i e I mai ana I ho'i mai ka kou e
Wait. Woo! Aloha mai kākou. Welcome to Halau na Puahala Kūnoi Kekai. My name is Kumu Kanoi. This is Eames Kalaniakea, and we are coming to you live from Oahu, the Valley of Nu'uanu, right here in Hawaii, and we're so glad that you have joined us for Hula today. We are excited to go through some chants and prayers as we normally do, and also to celebrate Muʻumuʻu month. Our Governor David Ige last weekend actually declared January once again to be Mu'umuʻu month, where we are celebrating the garments of Hawaii. So lots to share about Mu'umuʻu month and how we can celebrate with you, but I think it is time. Aloha homai, welcome back. It is time for us to begin. Every Saturday, if you join us every week, you know that we have a little routine that we go through, and the very first thing that we always begin with is Hawaii Pono'i, which of course was originally our national anthem, now our state anthem, written by King David Kalakaua and Henry Berger. We'll do all three verses and the hui, kind of alternating back and forth. So make sure you stand tall, stand proud, and we will do together Hawaii Pono'i Pa.
Hawaii Pono'i Nana I Komoi Kalani Ali'i Ke Ali'i Makualani e Kamehameha e na kaua e pale me ka ihe Hawaii Pono'i nana I na li'i na pua muli ko na poki'i Makualani e Kamehameha e na kaua e pale me ka ihe Hawaii Pono'i e kalahui e o ka uhana nui e ui e Makualani e Kamehameha e na kaua e pale ne ka ihe.
Mahalo for that. All right, we'll put our flag aside for now. At this time, we like to say aloha to all of you who are joining us from all over the world. So I did see quite a few of you who checked in on the comments. So you still have a little bit of time to say aloha to your hula brothers and sisters around the world. You can type it into the comments where you're joining us from. And you can say aloha to McCoy ML, who is joining us from Florida, correct? Yeah. Angelica Damero joining us from Kelemania, Germany. Sherry K. Doty from Portland, Oregon, my hometown. Layla from Germany also. I'm excited that you're going to be joining us for our workshop. Aloha, Layla. Regina Weiss, also from Germany. Germany is really represented, very well represented. I'm very proud of you, Germany. Cindy Lou from California, my mu'umu'u buddy. I can't wait to see what you're joining us wearing today. Yvonne McGreevy from St. Petersburg, Florida. Sandy Picon from Guanajuato. I want to say Guantanamera, but that's different. Guanajuato. Guantanamera. Okay, that's different. Yvonne McGreevy in St. Petersburg. Oh, I already said to you. Aloha. Mana Hula Circle in Yapana, Japan. Nice to have you folks joining us. Julie Shala, Aloha No, I believe in Spain. Sandy, I already said hello to Barbara Underwood, Kailua Kona on the island of Hawaii. I hope you're doing well. And Patricia Reddy right there over in Massachusetts. Barbara Lancy Tover in San Jose, California. It's nice to have you joining us. Aloha. Linda Krause in frigid Pennsylvania. I bet. Ooh, too cold for me. Okay, it is so good to have friends all around the world, even though it might be cold where you are. We are sending our love, our aloha, and our warm weather because today, I hate to say it, but it's another beautiful day in Hawaii. So at this time, we're going to do our Oli Aloha. Of course, the Oli Aloha is written by Kumu Pilahipaki, and we've been doing the Oli Aloha right here. So the Oli Aloha, last week we just did the beginning section, first 5 lines, okay? This time we'll add on this second section. Let me just kind of go through it really quickly, okay? So it starts with Aloha mai na Hawaii. Greetings to all the people of Hawaii here and beyond our shores. Ke aloha no kau mea nui. Love is the most important thing for you. Eo mai na Hawaii. We call out to you wherever you may be. And please answer us. Na pua, that's the children. Na lei is the elders rather. And na mamo is the kupuna, even above that. Okay, so all the generations. And then we'll just end with aloha. We'll kind of skip the bottom portion for now. We're working our way up, working up the courage to do the whole thing. Okay, are you ready? Oli aloha. Standing tall. Make sure you address all of our friends around the world. Oli aloha. Pa. Akahai na Hawaii. Lokahia kulike. Olu olu kamana'o. Ha'a kokulana. Aho nui alana kila. Aloha mai na Hawaii. Ke aloha no kau mea nui. E o mai na Hawaii. Na pua lei na mamo. Aloha. Mahalo. I know it feels kind of weird to end right there. My bad. Okay. Anyhow, that was our Oli Aloha. At this point in our routine, we know how Ilalo. Have a seat. I don't know if I can sit in this dress too good. We'll see. Okay. Anyhow. So we're going to move right along with our prayers. My kumu Leimomi'i Maldonado always had us noho and kind of lower ourselves, humble ourselves for our set of prayers. So we'll start with the Hawaiian doxology. And we'll do both verses. First verse translated by Hiram Bingham. Second verse by our dear Kumu Haunani Bernardino. So, ho'onani pa. Ho'onani ka makua mau. Ke keiki me ka uhane no. Ke aku o mai ka ipu ko ke au ko ke lau ku mahalo for joining us for that one. Now, our second prayer is done in the kahoahoa style, which is call and response. So this is e ke akua. I'll do one line, and then Eames will follow with a second line. You can join either one of us or both. So here we go. E ke akua,
E ke akua,
mahalo no,
mahalo no,
mahalo ya oi,
mahalo ya oi,
no ke ia la,
no ke ia la,
amene,
amene,
amene.
amene.
Mahalo for that. That prayer says, Dear Lord, thank you for this day. And what a beautiful day it is. Every week we like to ask you out there around the world, Pehea kia ni la, which means how is the weather? And the reason we would like to ask you that is because we like to brag about how good our weather is here in Hawaii. So I always ask Eames to answer the question for us here in Nu'uanu. Hey Eames, Pehea kia ni la. How's the weather today? It was different, right?
Yeah.
A little while ago, it was actually different. So what was it before? Hela makani. It was kind of a windy morning this morning, but now what does it look like? Hela malie. You folks must be getting sick of our la malie over here. It's a beautiful blue sky out there looking out over our deck and looking over our avava, our valley of Nu'uanu. So let us know in the comments how the weather is for you folks in Kelamania, in Yapana, in Massachusetts, in Polokika, Florida. We would love to know how it is for you. Hopefully not too bad, but you can always find beauty, right? Do we have any answers down in there? No? Okay. You got to let us know. Pehea kia ni la. You got to type it in. Okay? You can do it in emojis if you want to. Yes. This morning we had a little scare because Tonga is dealing with a crisis right now. In Tonga this morning or last night, I think, there was a tsunami because of a volcano that erupted off of the shores of Tonga. So we saw some footage and some satellite video, and we really send our hearts out to our cousins, our Polynesian cousins over there in Tonga, and hope that they can recover from that flooding and all of that soon. So sending our aloha to them and our prayers, of course, right? All right. At this time, we're going to move right along with our routine, I guess, and we're going to ask for the sun to come out. Our sun is shining pretty bright, so maybe the sun can come up where you are. We will help you. So Eala E is written by Pualani Kanakaole. We do a little pattern of percussion with our hands. So you're going to cup your hands upoho 2 times. And then pa'i, you're going to slap them flat. That's your pattern. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. And again. Eala E. Here we go. Eala E. Kala I kahikina. I kamoana. Kamoana honu. Pi kaleva. Kaleva nu'u. I kahikina. Ayakala. Eala E. Very good. And stop right there. If you have a friend or a mo'opuna or someone you could face towards them, we like to change it up every now and then, right? And so what you could do, and I always change it, is, kind of make your own. But you can upoho to each other's hands, and then you can pa'i to yourself. Oh. Sorry. 2 upohos. You're right. Ready? Here we go. Upoho, upoho, pa'i. And don't forget to chant. That's the most important part. Eala E. Kala I kahikina. I kamoana. Kamoana honu. Pi kaleva. Kaleva nu'u. I kahikina. Ayakala. Eala E. Oh, I messed it up. I have one more chance. He's going to make me do it right. We always do Eala E 3 times. I don't know why. Because when you actually watch the rising of the sun, it probably will take about 23 times or more, depending on how eager you are to begin. But in our practice, we do it 3 times. So 3rd chance for me. Okay, ready? Eala E last time. E ala e kala I kahikina I ka moana honu Pi I ka leva nu'u I kahikina ayakala E ala e. Oh, I finally got it right. Okay. We had a little modulation in pitch there too. I kind of liked it. Okay, our next our next chant is called Eho Mai, and it helps us to focus because we're going. Eho Mai says, "Grant me the knowledge from above concerning the hidden wisdom of mele or songs. Grant us these things." So let's go with Eho Mai. Another one that we do 3 times. Pa. Eho mai ka ike mai luna mai e o na mea huna no e o na mele eho mai eho mai eho mai eho mai ka ike mai luna mai e o na mea huna no e o na mele eho mai eho mai eho mai eho mai ka ike mai luna mai e o na mea huna no e o na mele eho mai eho mai eho mai Mahalo for that. That one is kind of a test of our lung capacity. And I can't tell if my lungs are junk today or if it's this mu'umu'u that's binding me in. But I could barely make it through that one. So, okay, at this time, we move on to grab our ipu. And I'm going to be a bad mommy. Can you go grab mine? Because I can't move in this mu'umu'u. It's just one of those mu'umu'u that you just have to sit there and look pretty because nothing else is going to work. Okay. So, mahalo for that, sir. And we're going to sit on opposite sides today. I know that's weird. But for our ipu, we do a little song to talk about how to make the ipu. And it is called Mele Ipu Heke Ole. This was taught to me when I went to explorations up on the hill there at Kapalama for Kamehameha schools. So, mahalo for that. Mele ipu heke ole, oh yeah. Hanavau ika ipu heke ole, ika ipu heke ole. Hanavau ika ipu heke ole, ika papa hanna no eo hanavo. Hanavau ika ipu heke ole, ika ipu heke ole. Hanavau ika ipu heke ole, ika papa hana no eo. Very good. That papa hana no eo is the class where you learn to do handicrafts. Actually, Eames class, 3rd grade, is working on making their own ipu pretty soon. So hopefully we'll get some pictures that we can share with you about the process of making ipu and how you dig it out and sand the sides and make it all pretty. And then we'll have a brand new ipu to add to our collection. Because we need more ipu like we need more mu'u and like we need a hole in the head. So, okay, pa'ipa ipu, let's go ahead with our practice. So there are 4 main types. First of all, the ka'ekiloloi is a little tricky. Don't worry if you cannot master this one. You're going to do this rattling movement every time you hit the ground on an u. So let's just try the ka'ekiloloi as you hit the pale or the pad 4 times. No smacks, just the ka'ekiloloi. Okay, ready? Go. A 1, a 2, slow. 3, and 4. Now let's do it the advanced version 4 times fast. Ready? Set. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's ka'ekiloloi. If that one escapes you, don't worry. The next one is a little simpler. It's a combination of u and te. So the u te is called pa. Let's do 4 pa. Ready, go. U te, u te, u te, u te. Very good. Now, next level is kahela, the double beat. U te te. Okay, let's try that. 4 times. Ready, go. U te te, u te te, u te te, u te te. Very good. The last beat is called the kuku. U te. I didn't make the joke about Cuckoo crazy because he said he's tired of my jokes. Okay. Cuckoo, ready, set, here we go. Ooh, te, te. Ooh, te, te. Ooh. Last one. And stop right there. Very good. Okay. Well, now we're going to do a little bit of a pattern. Okay. So a little bit harder than last week. We're going to do this. Pa, kahela, pa. Not too hard, but a little bit harder, okay? Pa, kahela, pa. Ready, set, here we go. A pa, kahela, and a pa. Very good. You might have heard he said sandwich because that's how I like to think about it. 2 pa bread on the outside and kahela in the middle. Let's flip that sandwich inside out. We're going to go kahela, pa, kahela. Sounds messy. Ready, set, here we go. Kahela and a pa and kahela. Okay, just to end us up, we're gonna go pa, kahela, cuckoo, kahela, pa. Can? Pa, kahela, cuckoo, kahela, pa. That's it. He was just reviewing for you in case you needed to know. Okay, 5, 6, 7, go. A pa, kahela, and cuckoo. Flip it outside, cuckoo, kahela, and a pa. Nice job. Very good. You can put your ipu, you can put my ipu away. And we're going to ku'i luna stand on up to start our hula together. Okay? So before we jump right back into our hula, I wanted to review our little calendar for the month of January. So here we are, January 2022. Yes, it is 2022. We are right here, January 15th with our Facebook Live. We will continue to have on the 22nd and the 29th. We will be finishing up our hula that we learned this month and our celebration of Mu'umu'u month. Okay. On Tuesdays, we've been having our ladies join us to learn Nani Kawaii. And if you missed the opportunity or the time zone is not good for you for that Tuesday night class here in Hawaii or via Zoom rather, there is a workshop coming up on the 30th of January. We will be covering the same song that we've been doing on Tuesday nights. It is Nani Kawaii by Lizzie Alohi Kea as performed by Teresa Bright. Aloha. Okay, I don't sound like Teresa Bright, but who cares? Okay, so I'll be teaching that, of course. Who else would teach it? On January 30th, 9 a.m. Hawaii time. I'm thinking, I double checked, but you can correct me if I'm wrong, that the time difference is only 2 hours to Pacific now. So it should be 11 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. on the East Coast, and 3 a.m. in Asia. So I'm thinking our friends in Japan and Korea might not make it live, but we'll see how hardcore dedicated you are. But that is $50 for you to join us or for you to do the weekly classes. Same price. You could actually do all of them for that price. Okay. I know. There's someone from Korea, someone from Japan, and they're here. It's like 4 something in the morning. So anyways, I'll double check those times to make sure that the time zones are correct. Here's our website if you wanted to enroll. If you would like to, the adult hula class, that same registration will do for either the workshop and or the weekly classes. So you'll have access to all of the materials, which include some things like the lyrics, the translations, but also a little bit of history about the composer, where she worked, even her obituary, some little fun facts about them, and yeah, and you'll even get to hear her perform it on a album. So anyways, I hope that you will sign up and join us for Nani Kawaii. At this time, it's time to dive into our Mu'umu'u madness. Some of you might know that we're celebrating Mu'umu'u month in January. I think I've said it about 10 times already. Here are some of the Mu'umu'u we've been sharing. This is the first week of January. I think I showed you those last week. Here's the ones I wore this week. And today's Mu'umu'u, yeah. As I go through my closet, I think it might just become a Mu'umu'u year. I mean, I have a lot of Mu'umu'u. And mahalo to those of you who've reached out and said, you know, I don't wear my Mu'umu'u, so can I send them to you? Absolutely. Keep them coming, okay? I will take them and do something with them, okay? If you want your Mu'umu'u to see the light of day, I'm ready. Okay. Today's mu'umu'u, by the way, is a Liberty House. This one I got last week at the Mu'umu'u Shop and Swap that was arranged by the Daughters of Hawaii at Queen Emma Summer Palace with Distache and Mu'umu'u Library and Princess Kaiulani Fashions. And we're so excited. Tonight, there's another event that is being put on by the Daughters of Hawaii, and that is Mu'u at the Museum. This is being put on by a dear friend of ours, Alexa Zen. She's one of the Daughters of Hawaii, and Luke and I will be attending to do all of this. I hate to say it, but they sold out tickets last night. So too bad, so sad if you didn't get your tickets. But check out our Instagram and our Facebook a little bit later to see the costume change, because I'm not wearing this. I'm wearing something else. So I know. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Okay, shall we dance hula? Enough talking, yeah? Okay, so our hula for this week and month is called E Kuʻu Tūtū by Mary Kavena Pukui and Maddie Lamb. We've showed you pictures of them before, but it doesn't hurt to show their lovely faces. There's Tutu Pukui, of course, who wrote with Samuel Elbert, the Hawaiian Language Dictionary, compiled all of that together, and her partner in crime on the keys, Maddie K. Lamb. So they wrote this song together, and I just love it. It's a perfect one to teach to your mo'opuna, to your keiki, all those things like that. Now, if you're teaching a halau, it's always proper to ask permission before you're teaching it to your students. But if you're just sharing it with your mo'opuna, I would love for you to do that and send me a video. I would love to see how they like this one. Let's do a quick review of verses 1 and 2 of Mu'umu'u. No, okay. E Kuʻu Tūtū. We're going to do verse number 1. So it starts with a cross at your heart. Yeah, we're going to dance finally. You can get ready to dance. Okay. So cross. Aloha. I kuʻu tūtū. I love my tutu or my grandmother. So you're going to do a body motion. Stop right at the chest. Then Ika nui loko maikai for her great kindness. Yeah. Then we always hear Elohe mauianala, her voice. Konaleo, hea is welcoming. Hea. Oh, sorry. Out and to the chest. Yeah? Okay, let's try that once more. Our love is for our grandmother. Aloha I kuʻu tūtū la ika nui loko maikai. Listen. Elohe mauiana la konaleo hea. So that one is all kaholo. Remember, I made this one simple so you can teach it to the keiki. Eames is going to join us now so that we can do a quick review of verse number 1 with hands and feet. Yeah. Oh, got your leg? Oh, we're just going to dance it. Oh, okay, you stay over there. Okay. Just me then. Solo style. Sorry. Okay, my bad. Oh, gotta wait for the long slide. Aloha.
Aloha I kuʻu tūtū.
Roll at the heart.
Ika nui loko maikai.
Elohe, listen.
Elohe
Other side. To her voice. Welcoming home. Let's repeat half a T to the right. Aloha.
Aloha I kuʻu tūtū.
Roll that heart.
Ika nui loko maikai.
Lohe mau, listen.
Elohe mauianala konaleo hea.
Follow to the right and left. That's it. Very good. Okay, so we're still doing review. You can relax. So the second verse, pauku e lua. By the way, pauku means verse, if you didn't catch that, or little paragraph. Yeah. So pauku e lua, verse number 2, talks finally about mu'umu'u. That's why I chose this song for this month, because it says holoku kalakoa. Okay, so holoku is a term that refers to the garment. And we talked about last week why it was called holoku. So you can go check that out. Kalakoa can mean either calico or multicolored. Okay, so the holoku kalakoa, I guess this one would probably qualify for a kalakoa mu'umu'u. But The one that they're talking about is the one with the big sleeves, the wide, puffy sleeves. This one has lima ole, no more sleeves. Okay, so you're going to pretend that you have the sleeves. So you're going to touch by your shoulders, and then you're going to show the whole bodice of the holoku. And then the right hand is going to extend out forward, and you're going to wave from your shoulder down to your wrist, and then opposite side shoulder down to your wrist. Okay, then she would also wear a handkerchief because it's not hot enough in a holoku. Touch the back of your neck, and then bring your hands across your chest for that handkerchief tied around your neck. Okona vehi mauia, that was her regular adornment. Okona vehi mauia, that's what we're saying there. Now the feet work for this verse is a little bit different because we wanted to introduce the hela. Now, because this is a beginning hula, we wanted to start with a slow hela. So for this one, you're going to go half time. Heels together, knees slightly bent, and you're going to go 1, 2, bring it in, 3, 4, left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you just get that set of 2 before you go back into the rhythm of kaholo. Kaholo to the right. And let's try a slow hela. O kaholo ku kalakoala kaholo. Kamu'umu'u manui slow hela. Kahaina ka leikili kaholo. O kona vehi mauia. That's it. Now, let me bring you to the vavai cam. I just want to remind you, as you're doing your hela, you want to make sure that the heels are together, toes slightly turned out, not too far turned out like ballet, but a little bit smaller, maybe 1 and 11. Yeah, not too far. Knees bent. And then when you extend that foot out, make sure your whole foot touches the ground from toe to heel. We don't want any hold down, okay? Make sure your toe, heel, everything is touching the floor, okay? So that's what we got. We can come back to the regular camel. Let's try it all together from Okaholoku. Okay, so you're gonna hela. Slow hela, go. Okaholoku kalakoala. Sleeve. Mu'umu'u manui. I never did kahea sleeve before. That was very strange. Kahea is when you call out, and that's a very strange experience that I just had, yelling out sleeve. Okay, never doing that again. Okaholoku, ready, hella, right. Okaholoku kalakoa lima. Kamu'umu'u manui. Kahaina ka leikili kala. Okona vehi mauia. That's the second verse. Let's try it with the music. You might be saying, the music sure sounds like when you sing. That's me. Sing. Okaholoku, hella slow. Okaholoku kalakoala. Kamu'umu'u manui. Kahaina ka leikili kala. Wave at the shoulders. Yeah, the recordings, I make those every month, because we cannot use the real recordings on Facebook. Otherwise, they'll shut us down, right? But you should use Ryatea Helm's version. It will fit really nicely with hers. I think she might do only one time each verse. So just listen to the words that she's saying. You're going to dance those ones. I wanted to make a version that was 2 times each so that all of the hula dancers could practice and make it really pa'a. But you should, when you perform this, you should use Ryatea's version, because this is just practice kind. Okay? Ready? Eames wish we would use that one because it's shorter. Okay, from the top. All the way from verse 1. You got to wait now. There's a whole intro. Wait for the long slide, and we're going to go from Aloha across the heart. Roll at the heart. Listen well to her voice that welcomes everyone in. Olo, looking to the right. Nice smile. Aloha. Slow hela. Okaholo ku.
Okaholo ku kalakoa.
Sleeve.
Kamu'umu'u limanui. Kahaina kalekili kala. Okona vehi mauia.
Holo. Repeat again. Okaholo ku. Slow hela.
Okaholo ku kalakoa.
Limanui.
Kamu'umu'u limanui.
Handkerchief.
Kahaina kalekili kala. Okona vehi mauia.
Holo to the right. What's that?
Okahumu kapapo.
Oh, I just love dancing with Eames. You know, something that can be so pretty and graceful immediately becomes a comic hula with this kid. Okay, we're going to go on to Pauku e Kolu, verse number 3. And what I love about verse number 3, it talks about hana no eo. Hana no eo, as we said when we were making our ipu, is a handicraft. Yeah, hana no eo. So there are many different handicrafts. And this tutu that they feature in Kuʻu Tūtū does them all. So okahumu kapa poho poho, that first one, she sews humu. Sorry, we should use this hand. Humu. Kapa is, of course, kapa can be the one that's beaten, the bark cloth, but kapa can also be a blanket. She sews blankets that are patchwork. So like a patch. She sells blankets at the seashore, he says. Oh boy. Okay, next week he's doing the whole show himself. So she sews quilts that are patchwork. So that's the first one. Okay, so that's the first handicraft that she does. Put your left hand out and your right hand is going to hold a needle, okay? Needle and thread. And it's going to sew and then you're going to bring it out. Okay? Okahumu kapa. Then poho poho means all different colors. So you're going to touch one patch on this side and then you're going to touch another patch on this side. Okay? So you're looking green and orange. Okay? No, that's just my dress. Okay. Ready? So okahumu kapa poho green and orange. Yeah. Poho poho just means all mixed up. Okay. Yeah, that was nice. One more time. Left hand up, right hand. I have to show you. This is what I mean when you hold a needle, okay? It's okay. Yeah, sorry if that's a crude gesture in your country. Okahumu kapa poho poho la. Okay, so in the first verse, she's a quilter. In the second verse, ulana meka papale, she also weaves hats. Holy moly, this lady is busy in her retirement. Your right hand over the left, you're going to weave the lauhala hats. Yeah. So, weave, and then your actually hands go to the back and then flip over, making your little lauhala hat. Yeah, this one is probably, could be coconut, but I think it's lauhala. Okay. So you're going to weave and then palms towards the back, flip the hands front for your papale. Okay, so let's start. Yeah, just like for the Christmas hula. That's right. Okay, so hold your quilt and we're going to sew it first. Okahumu kapa poho poho la kaulana meka papale. Okay, now she has a third style that she does. A third craft, I should say. Put your hand like this. Instead of a flat kappa, you have a pua, a flower, because she's going to sew lace. So she's going to sew that. Then you're going to lift it up this time, and you're going to put it around your neck. So she's sewing the fragrant flowers into lace. Okay, then you're going to hold your lei, even though ours has no smell. Oya kona make make means that's what she likes. So you're going to smell your lei, put your lei down, and then you're going to spread the love of all of the handicrafts to all of your mo'opuna. Yours has a smell? I don't want to know what it is. No, it's shells. Does it not smell like the ocean? Faint, yet intriguing. Okay. Let's go from the beginning. Okahumu. Ready, go. O ka humu kapa poho pohola kaulana me ka papale. O ke kuʻuilei pua alala a oia kona make make. Okay, so this one is very wordy and very handsy. There's lots going on. So guess what? We're going to be simple. Keep your eyes on the hands. That's right. Okay, so we're going to do all kaholo down below. Can do? Hikino? Okay, he says. Okay, so ready? Kaholo to the right. O kahumu kapa poho pohola kaulana me ka papale. O ke kuʻuilei pua alala a oia kona make make. Oh, boom. Da 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 da. One more time. So the quilt. O kahumu kapa poho pohola kaulana me ka papale. Flower. Ke kuʻuilei pua alala a oia kona make make. That's it. Very good. You did it. Verse number 3. Let's try it with a track. Ready? Holo to the right. Okahumu, let's make a quilt. Patchwork. And weave. A hat. Let's sew a lei. Put it on at your chest. Smell down. Spread the love. Again. Okahumu. Patchwork and weave. Your hat. Hopale. Sew the flower into a lei. Olo and olo. Very good. Okay. Mr. Smarty over here is like, only one lei in her. Only one flower in her lei? How's that going to work? I know. It's hula. It's interpretive, not... Okay, anyways. Shall we go from the very tippy top? Tippy toppy. Okay, all 3 verses. Oh yeah, here we go. Wait for it. This is like the drop in modern music. Aloha. For all her great kindness, she is always heard, welcoming all with her voice. Aloha, love motion. Up, roll that heart. Elohe mau. Kona leo. Hea hea. Hala. She always wears. That is her everyday vehi. Okaholoku hela. Lima nui. Aina ka. Kona vehi mau. Okay, here comes our new verse. Let's get handy. Poho poho and weave a hat and sew a lei. I don't know if you can hear all the side comments over here, but they're hilarious. All right, so that is our third verse. We actually have a few more verses that we will continue to do next week and the following. We have two more, right? Yeah, we have two more. So we will finish that before the end of January, not to worry. But talking all about our Tutu and why we love her for all of these reasons. But since it is Muʻumuʻu month, we have decided to feature a few other songs that talk about our famous garment, the muʻumuʻu, also the holoku and things like that. So last week we talked about Christmas luau because they talk about Mama in her muʻumuʻu, Papa in his malo, greeting aikane, pehea mahalo. Okay, so that was last week, and plus Christmas is so over. But this week we have something kind of exciting and special for you. You want to go say hi? Okay. So we have something special for you. There's not a guest coming on, but Tutu just arrived. So anyhow, the song that I wanted to talk to you was written by a gentleman named Gene Burdette. So we have a picture of Gene and his lovely wife, and he was a composer who was here in the islands, and he composed some hapa haole music. It's a newspaper clipping with the Leilani ticket on the other side. Yeah, they're there. Okay, so this is Gene Burdette and his wife, and he wrote hapa haole tunes. So that means partly in English, partly in Hawaiian. And he wrote, it says in this article from the Star Bulletin, that he premiered the songs on the Leilani. So the Leilani, the SS Leilani, was a part of the Hawaiian Steamship Company's fleet of steamships, and you could travel here from the U.S. mainland to Hawaii on the Leilani. So that's where he premiered the songs. I wanted to point out the names of the songs. It was Little Hawaiian Village, Tower of Love, Starlight in Hawaii, and of course, Mama's Mumu. So Mama's Mumu is the one that we wanted to share with you today, but we wanted to tell you a little bit of history about the Leilani. The Leilani on this side was a steamship. There was only one class, meaning there wasn't first class, last class, whatever law. Everybody had the same kind of setup in their room. There was actually only two different options. You could either have a room with a shower or a room with no shower. Why would you want that? I don't know. Here is a little clip from one of the booklets, like a marketing materials kind of advertisement for the Leilani. So you could come to and from Hawaii, and it was a 12-day round trip from Long Beach in the Los Angeles area and San Francisco to Honolulu. So 12 days round trip. I'm thinking it's about 6 days each way. And then you could have stopover privileges, meaning once you got to Hawaii, you could stop over and stay for a while. But we did the math, and we think that means your trip in Hawaii on the land would have to be at least 12 days long, because they only came back and forth every 12 days. So anyhow, the price, this blew my mind. The price for a 12-day all-inclusive cruise without a shower, who would want that, was $205. Do you have that much in your piggy bank? We'll put you on the ship tomorrow. No. I'll lend you the money, okay? $205 to go 12 days on a ship with no shower. What a privilege. Okay. Anyhow, you could pay a little bit more, $340 with a shower, or you could just go one way. And I think that this was maybe the way to go for some people. They would just come to Hawaii and stay. So I know many of you folks had the pleasure of riding on some of these Hawaiian steamships. I always love hearing the stories. And so anyways, Gene Burdette wrote this mele, Mama's Mumu, and premiered it on the Leilani. So we wanted to give you a little bit of info about that. Now, the more famous rendition of Mama's Mumu was actually performed by a celebrity in her own right, much more famous than Gene Burdette, Lucille Ball, and Vivian Vance. So they were sort of a duo. You know, if you watched I Love Lucy and all of that. Later on, Lucille Ball had another sitcom, and it was called Here's Lucy. And in that, she worked for her brother-in-law at Carter's unique employment agency, and that meant that she would go, every episode was a new job that she was filling in or doing for them. So in this episode, which is called Lucy Goes Hawaiian, she and her boss were filling in as the cruise directors on the Lurleen was the one in the the Lurleen was the ship that they used for this show. So anyways, as part of their cruise director duties, they had to put on a show, and what a show it was. You'll have to go and check them out. You can find the episode online, but they put on a show and they performed Mama's Mumu. And so I pulled up some lyrics for you. Here they are by Gene Burdette. There's actually a few more verses that they didn't do, but it says, "Oh, you gotta see Mama's nui, nui, mumu." Nui, nui, of course, meaning huge. As she strolls along the beach at Waikiki, it's the biggest attraction down in Honolulu because it's loaded with her personality. Mama's Mumu's like a nightgown with a bulge that's out of date, but she struts like Miss Hawaii at the age of 68. Oh, you gotta see Mama's Nui Nui Mumu. It's the super duper drooper of the year. Anyways, you can check out those lyrics. Easy to find them if you just Google them online. I was going to dance it for you, but really no one does it better than Lucy and Viv themselves. So please give a round of applause to our guests on our show. This is from Here's Lucy. Lucy Goes Hawaiian. Please enjoy.
Oh, you gotta see Mama's Nui Nui Mumu as she strolls along the beach at Waikiki. It's the biggest attraction down in Honolulu because it's loaded with her personality. Mama's Mumu's like a nightgown with a bulge that's out of date, but she struts like Miss Hawaii at the age of 68. Oh, you gotta see Mama's Nui Nui Mumu. It's the super duper drooper of the year.
Nature take its course.
Oh, you gotta see Mama's Nui Nui Mumu. It's a super duper drooper of the year.
All right, aloha ho mai. So that was Gale Gordon dressed in Mama's Nui Nui Mumu, and I think we might be wearing the same dress. That's embarrassing. Show up at Hula and you're wearing the same Nui Nui Mumu as someone else. Anyhow, I hope you folks enjoyed that. I know that there are some people who would say like, "Oh, that's cultural misappropriation" and all of that. You know, you have to understand that in the time, you know. They were it was all in fun, and maybe we were not as sensitive as we are now. But I just, you know, I was honored to be Miss Hapa Haole way back in the day, and I love these Hapa Haole tunes for their lightheartedness. I think the mu'umu'u in itself is lighthearted, doesn't take itself too seriously. You know, it's party in the front, party in the back, party up, party down. I mean, a mumu is just the way to go if you want to have a good time. So I cannot say enough, you know, about how much I've enjoyed participating in Mu'umu'u month so far. If you haven't joined in one day, just wear your mu'umu'u, even if it's at home doing the laundry. I would love to see a photo of you. You can always tag it hashtag mu'umu'u month or mu'umu'u month 2022, or just send it my way. I would love to see a part of your collection. That's about all we have time for today. We're going to end with our poi balls. And of course, these come from Aotearoa. These are not Hawaiian, but we always like to end with these. I'll bring Eames back to do for you our Hoki Hoki. Where's my track? Later. Wow. My technology is telling me, do you want to install an update right now? No. No, I do not. Okay, we're in the middle of a show, people. I can't be installing a software update in the middle of a show. Get the memo. Okay, here comes Hoki Hoki Toru.
Hoki hoki toru fa. Hoki hoki toru mai. Te wairu na o te tai.
I found them.
Te ahi te ringa. Te neki ni e.
Of course, we can start with something very basic and work our way up. This mu'umu'u doesn't allow. No crossing of arms in this mu'umu'u. That's it. Nice. One hand. You can only do one hand in this mu'umu'u. Yeah. Some of you out there are getting good, I can tell. All right, I can't go down to the ground in this. Only you. Tahilu atorufa tiorahi. All right. Very good. Let's see. Pause that. Mahalo for being with us today. I hope to see you again next week for one more verse of Kuʻu Tūtū. We will be wearing new mu'umu'u to share with you. And definitely check out pictures from tonight's event. I think it's going to be a really beautiful one. That's Daughters of Hawaii at Queen Emma Summer Palace. So until next time, enjoy, keep practicing, and we'll see you very soon. Aloha and ahui ho. Ku kila kila. Ku kila kila ka ala.